This isn't a toy or just a hobby. It's a way of life, a job, a purpose. This isn't just a train set. It's a perfect example of pioneering virtual reality. I'm not Otis Dealing. I'm the station controller. Model railways have been made by loads of different companies, but in Britain, the best known is Hornby, which in 1938 produced the iconic 12-volt Hornby 00. Despite the fact that the little track is only 16.5 millimeters across and the trains are at a scale of 1 to 76.2, the detail is awesome. Here, the journey is just as important as the destination. Okay, fair enough, the destination is exactly the same place as where your journey began, but in a world that's sick with instant fixes, this is the remedy. And you know what? It's remarkably addictive. Even today, Hornby sells over 100,000 sets a year and has a staggering 650 model range, which includes Harry Potter and Thomas the Tank Engine trains to keep the kids involved. And it's not just for kids. 70% of Hornby train sets are bought by adults, reliving the unbridled joy they experienced in their childhoods. So if you thought computer games killed the railway star, think again. The Hornby train set is a calming, beautifully engineered and generation-spanning way to escape the toils of the modern world, and it fully deserves a place on the Wall of Fame.
Yeah, but the thing is, you see, I don't really want to escape the toils of the modern world. When I've got some free time, I want it to be adrenaline-fueled. I want it to be an opportunity to pummel a mate into the dust, and I can do it on this Scalextric. It was invented in the 50s when toymaker Fred Francis got fed up chasing his clockwork cars around the kitchen floor. He fitted his cars with electric motors, built a rubber track for them to race around, and Scalextric was born. On its launch in 1957, Scalextric became an overnight sensation, and by 1961, it was the third best-selling toy behind Noddy. By 1968, slot car racing, as it became known, was so popular that it was being televised in America. Even Elvis had a room at Graceland dedicated to slot car racing. Before we go any further, I should perhaps remind you that the Gadget show is the current world record holder for the fastest Scalextric car. And when scaled up to full-size speed, our car reached a staggering 983 miles an hour. So how does it work? Well, this circuit is actually a circuit literally. It's an electrical circuit. Underneath the car, there are two components. This piece of plastic, a guide blade. Its job is to keep the car on the track so that these two brushes can make contact and complete the circuit. If I grab my controller, I can control the amount of current that's flowing and therefore the speed of the engine. The more current, the faster the car goes. But the art of Scalextric is applying just the right amount of power on the corners, as deftly demonstrated by myself. Go, go! These days, it's gone digital. Cars can swap lanes and properly overtake, with up to 6 cars racing in a single slot. They can even drift around the corners, and you can design your own perfect track using free downloadable design software. Do you know what? I honestly believe that every child, every adult child the world over deserves, in fact needs to have Scalextric in their life, and for that reason it must be on the Wall of Fame.
I mean, these are both fantastically designed products with wonderful histories attached, and actually sort of deciding between them is going to be phenomenally difficult. Oh, God, it's the loving detail of that Hornby versus the excitement of the Scalextric. But I've made my decision. Ultimately, it's a clear result, and I'm going to come down on the side of the Scalextric.
Yes!
Because it's exciting. You've got the thrill of the race, and for that reason, above all else, the Scalextric deserves its place on the Gadget Show's Wall of Fame.